Everybody, Bjorn here, your trusted guide to real estate in Minnesota. Today we're diving into something very important, but sometimes overlooked or just brushed to the side that becomes an oh by the way, which you know I hate, and that's hidden costs. Sure, you've probably planned for your down payment and monthly mortgage, but there's a few other exceptions that might catch you off guard if you're not ready. Let's make sure you're prepared so nothing sneaks up on you and gives you the big old surprise. What do you say? Right out the gate, we're going to talk about closing costs. Now, I've done other videos on this that go a little bit more in depth, but I'm going to give you a quick little crash course in it just to help you remember. These are the fees you pay to finalize your home purchase, and they usually range from 2% to 5% of the purchase price. Closing costs cover things like appraisal fee, title insurance, and the loan origination fee. It's often a one-time payment, but trust me, it can sneak up on you and kind of surprise you if you're not ready. Sometimes you can negotiate with the seller to cover part of it, but that all kind of depends upon the seller and the market. Next, let's talk about home inspections and appraisals. Again, things I've done more in-depth videos on, but they all factor into this cost of buying a home. They aren't technically hidden, right? But they sometimes catch buyers off guard when it comes to costs. A home inspection, typically what I see is about $300 to $500, but it's absolutely worth it. Go back and watch the video I did on it to catch any potential issues before you sign on the dotted line. Better to know it now than after you've moved in, right? The appraisal fee varies greatly from lender to lender, so I'm not going to give you an exact number on this, but if you are using a lender, they're going to want that appraisal to confirm the home values, with a few exceptions that we can talk about. Typically, there's no way around it, and it's a must for purchasing a home if you're going to try to secure financing. You probably already know about property taxes and homeowners insurance, but let's make sure you're fully aware of it. I'm going to paint in some broad strokes and try not to get myself in trouble here. I'm not a tax professional, but in Minnesota, you can Google this and figure this out. Property taxes, on average, are about somewhere between 1% and 2%, depending upon your location, of the assessed home value. Again, that can vary greatly. As for homeowners insurance, it's something that most lenders require. Costs can vary, but, you know, depending upon the size of the house, it's $1,000 and up per year. And the location obviously factors into that too. Now, if your down payment is less than 20%, sidebar, you don't need to put 20% down to buy a house. You can do it for as low as 3%. But if it is less than 20%, you'll likely need private mortgage insurance, or PMI, or some variation of that. This protects the lender in case you default on your loan, and usually costs between 0.5% to 1% of your total loan. The good news? Once you've built up 20% equity, you can kiss that PMI goodbye. Now, once you've closed the deal and you own that home, there's going to be some maintenance and repairs. That's just part of the deal, right? When you own this thing, you're going to have to do some upkeep. Generally, I advise to set aside about 1% to 3% of your home's value each year for things like HVAC maintenance, roof repairs, plumbing fixes. Even if you're buying a brand new home, things like landscaping or appliance upkeep will still be on your list. So make sure you build a little nest egg for a rainy day. Now, some of y'all are going to buy a home in a community with a homeowners association, or maybe even a condo that has some type of fees. Be ready for monthly or annual fees. These can cover a wide range of things like landscaping, snow removal, shared amenities like pools and clubhouses. HOA fees range greatly depending upon the location, the building, the neighborhood, all that stuff. So I don't want to give you an exact number. Just be aware that that might be part of your payment if you're buying into an area that has an HOA. And there you have it. Those are the hidden costs that you'll want to budget for when buying a home. The more prepared you are, the less stressful the process will be. Believe me. Got questions, or you're ready to start the home buying process? You know how to get a hold of me. Head on over to Bjorn to Sell and I will get in touch with you, and I'm going to guide you through every step of the way. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe drop a comment if you found this video useful. I'm I'm so happy to be here each and every week bringing you some real estate knowledge. And believe you me, I'll be back next week with more great knowledge. So until then, be kind to one another.